Hello, all you beautiful people. We are back with another episode of the 8 p.m. show. Guys, this is a monumental episode because this is officially 1 month into doing this on weeknights. I'm going to be honest, when I started, I was like, I wonder how long I can keep this up. I wonder if I can do 1 month. That was my challenge to myself, and here we are at 1 month. And people have been asking, Josh, are we going to continue this going? I think we're going to continue it for a while. So, yeah, here we are. This is episode 20. Thank you for joining us. Today, I got some dope people with me. Tyler Blake and Mona Lisa Perez. They make really cool clothing, and I'm going to hear about how they're making really cool clothing and the brand that they're building and what they're up to. So everybody, please give it up, and please comment some questions for these guys so we can talk, so we can, if you have any questions, what they're doing, how they're doing it, drop them below. But everyone, give it up for the people over at Wake. Hello, everyone. Welcome. That's applause for you.
8 p.m. show.
This is it. You're on the 8 p.m. show.
My dream has came true.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what we do here. Is we just make dreams come true on the 8 p.m. show. But seriously, thanks for joining me.
I love it. Yeah, we kind of got to squeeze in here because you got a split screen right now, right?
Yeah. You guys look great.
Okay.
Well,
How are you guys surviving?
Nothing in my teeth. Blue, I just ate dinner. Like,
You look
good.
you're good. But we're doing good. Honestly, today we really had to take a break. I had to force myself and kind of force you to spend family time today because we were going so hard, but we're doing good.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to shut it off sometimes. Like, the only way I can shut it off at times is like around 11 o'clock at night. And when I shut it off, when I hit that switch, I'm done. I'm going to bed. So throughout the day, I'm just like, go all the time. And it's good to have somebody, when I'm kind of about to run myself into a brick wall, sometimes, she helps keep me centered, because we do have family that we got to focus on. And it's not,
right. It's important. It's good to have that balance. Sometimes it's difficult to make that happen. But
Recently, it's been a little difficult.
yeah.
But
Fights like what with our kids, like every 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just unavoidable when you're just stuck in the house, bored in the house, and you're in the house bored for too long.
Right.
But that's what happens when we're building an empire.
Yeah. And we really like what you got going on here.
Thank you.
I've been keeping up with what you've been doing. I like the suit.
Thank you.
Foremost, you make me feel like I need to go in the closet and get a suit out.
Yeah, no, I think, but you got your own clothing, which is always dope. Which is what I do want to talk about. How did this whole Wake situation get started? What's the Wake by Tyler Blake? How'd this happen?
Okay, so little backstory in a sense. So I grew up. As a creative. I've always been a creative, and back in 2016, I was going through a time in my life, a real pivotal moment where I was identifying with who I really am and letting go of past beliefs, things that's been fed to me, things that I've covered up, and just really, just being me. And at the time, I was inspired to create something, a canvas to sell on my photography website, which was the Wake Eye, right here in the corner.
Yeah.
So I was originally going to sell that on canvas prints, but really wasn't practical, shipping a big, canvas print. I didn't know much about e-commerce at the time. And I decided to do t-shirts instead. So just thinking back, maybe 3 years prior to that, I wanted to do something with t-shirts, and, it caught up to me at that time. So I got the Wake Eye, the original t-shirt, printed on I did 25 t-shirts.
Yep.
And it's funny because Mona Lisa was actually one of the first to ever buy.
Oh, yeah. We were just friends. We haven't even met then, I don't think.
We were like associates. We kind of knew each other a little bit.
We met on Facebook.
Yeah.
It was on Facebook.
Kind of how we met, bro.
Yeah, true.
I'm like, he's all like, we were associates. No, I was in Fargo. You were in Aberdeen.
But associates as in, talk like
yeah
every now
on social
that's
media.
What I meant, you know? Yeah, so she was one of the first to buy one. And after I sold all 25 t-shirts, I had moved back to Chicago temporarily. I was back there for like, let's say, a year and a half. And my vision behind Wake has always been big. Like I've always envisioned it being in designer, you know, high-end retailers like Saks Fifth, Barney's, Neiman Marcus. You know, that was the vision behind Wake. I wanted to go high-end streetwear designer clothing, you know, and you know, having a dream that's that big and starting with no knowledge, you know, no connections, no capital, none of that. Really just didn't know what to do. So at the time I was doing things here and there, you know, pressing up shirts myself and stuff like that. And it kind of like boggled down for a little while. And when I moved back to South Dakota and when Mona Lisa and I were dating, at the time we were reselling sunglasses on eBay and Poshmark. Nice. So we resold sunglasses. Yeah, summer of 2018. We did it for 4 months and we accumulated $10,000 in capital. We knew that it would come a time where, you know, sunglasses and, you know, Poshmark that would kind of die down. We knew that there wasn't much longevity in that. So what we did is, you know, we took that capital and put it over into Wake. And we were sitting down talking about it one day. And Mona Lisa was like,
well, at first I wanted to like create a boutique type of style.
Yeah.
And then we thought about it for a couple of weeks and I was like, wait, you have Wake. Like, let's make this this dream come to reality and let's just fucking do it. And we did it. And I was very ignorant and I really thought that we would be successful in the first month and that didn't happen.
Right. That's what happens when you start a website. You just make money, right? That's how that works.
And it's funny, I literally thought that and he was just looking at me like, okay, babe, okay. I'm like, we're gonna sell out. We only sold two, crew necks or
we sold 2 t-shirts on our launch day, which was October 5th, 2018.
And I was so devastated. I was like, what? We failed.
And I was like, I came to her that night and, you know, because the night prior before we launched, she was saying all that. And I was just like, yeah, man, yeah. You know, because I have been starting things up ever since high school. So, you know, I've been in retail. I've been in sales. So I understood that from the start that, no, like every single person that comes to our doorstep is only going to get there if we lead them there. Like they're not going to just openly like walk up to us or our website, you know, and want to buy some clothing from us. You know, to be frankly honest with you, people probably really didn't care that much.
No.
Because one, they didn't really know who we were. They didn't know what our brand stood for. Yes, it was new. And it was a matter of us going to them and bringing them to our doorstep. So I had to explain that to her, like, no, babe, like each and every sale we make is going to come from us. We have to work for this.
And I remember we were in Aberdeen. That's where we started Wake, in Aberdeen, South Dakota. And we were sitting down at Qdoba. And I was just stressed because we weren't making it, you know, we weren't selling any of the t-shirts. And we saw some people sitting down and I was like, Tyler, go up to them, tell them about Wake. I was too scared to do it.
Yeah.
And so you know what? He got up, he went over to them, he gave them.
Being me.
Yeah.
Like we just started this streetwear brand. We're all, you know, based around self-love, self-awareness, all that. Here, take some cards and stuff, just me being me. You know what I mean?
And we did the sale, but
that's what we did for the first year and 3 or 4 months. You know, we had to go to each and every person. You know, we were talking to probably 100 people a day on Instagram. Literally.
That's what really built us, I feel like.
Yeah.
In the start of our brand.
Yeah.
Instagram really.
Yeah, Instagram really helped us like the first year, I would say. And just to kind of give a little bit away, we got in right at the tail end of automation on Instagram, which was really helpful to us because being a startup company with not much capital, we were able to invest $120 a month for this automation program that auto commented,
would message thousands of people.
You know, and it got our brand out there in front of people. And in turn, you know, we went and responded to the DMs and the comments and, you know, talked to these people. So yeah, we were talking to like 100 people a day, and we were probably converting at like 2%, you know, a day.
Yeah, we were making at least 2 sales every day.
Yeah.
And then when that stopped, I think we really were like,
it went
holy
like this.
fuck, like what are we supposed to do now? And we moved to Sioux Falls November of 19. Yeah.
We moved to Sioux Falls November of 2018, so shortly after we launched Wake. And just to give a little context, so you know, the tech companies, they don't like people running their own services on their platform. So Instagram shut automation down. You know, like so many people, a lot of companies, there's people that built like legitimate companies off of this automation service. And, you know, boom. So we lost that and we had to go back to the drawing board because, you know, the sales were coming in, we were making the money.
Yeah, we were like up here, and then when that stopped, we went back down here, and then we're like, wait, we need to grow Wake in our community. And that was last July when we started. We had our first pop-up shop, and when it was in our backyard, and we had all of our friends here, and I think that was the start of introducing Sioux Falls to Wake.
Yeah.
And ever since then, we've been just really focusing on growing Wake in our community and making a difference in our community and really getting ourselves out there, because for the first 6 to 7 months while living here, we weren't doing that because we were so focused on Instagram and we were just really focused on Instagram.
Those are good reality checks on like something that you're only relying on, and then just like, oh man, that's we gotta recheck this, or like what else is a single point of failure? Like those are important.
Yeah, it was a reality check for sure.
For sure.
We started to get a little bit comfortable with the automation. Like we were getting 500 followers a day. And just
we were
crazy
like
stuff.
up there, and then when that went, we're like, holy crap! Like, because like you said, our dream for Wake is to be like the biggest streetwear clothing brand in the nation. So like we're like, we're getting there, and then like, no, it takes years.
And you know, when we look at big major brands like Nike, you know, people don't know, but Nike started in Oregon. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of I feel most innovative things comes from a place that is least expected sometimes. And I think right now Sioux Falls is in a really pivotal moment. Like I think in the next 10 years, Sioux Falls is going to be a city that's talked about a lot. Like I see a lot of big things coming out of this city.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important, you know, that our community here, that we stay closely knit, you know, like what you're doing here with the 8 p.m. show. You know, I love seeing things like this because we need to stay connected, you know, in a time like this, because like I said, I think in like 10 years, a lot of eyes are going to be on this city. And right now, with everything that's going on in the world, I think that it's even more important that we stay connected and not slow down, because there was a lot of things we had going before this whole thing.
Yeah, like our panel discussions. We had a pop.
Yeah, that's where I first met you guys. Was at that pop-up shop in the Jones building.
Yes.
Which was super rad, because like you were just like, hey, we have a little boutique here and our little shop going on. Come stop by. It was awesome.
No,
and Facebook, like I said earlier, you know, we met on Facebook. You know, just to give more context, with us in our first year just strictly being on Instagram and really hammering on that platform, Facebook has allowed us to, you know, connect with people locally. And Facebook is a really powerful platform. Like if there's anyone that's watching this right now that has an idea or that's starting something up, utilize Facebook. Don't run to connect with the biggest influencers on Instagram, or you know, don't be discouraged if you don't have the resources or the connections. Like connect with your peers and the people that are around you,
and the people that are grinding just like you are, that are like-minded like you are. You know, just because they're not at the top doesn't mean they're any less than what the big influencers are. So you know, like collab with people that are just like you, and
absolutely,
go big together, basically.
Exactly. Do you guys feel that like when you moved away, obviously because some of those automation things disappeared, and you moved away investing more into the community, that you were getting like better customers almost? You're getting better fans and support?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because with it being right here, they're able to touch, feel, breathe, see it firsthand. And
experience it too, like everything. I really think that us really focusing on our community has helped us tremendously. And like I said, we really didn't realize that at first. And I think just connecting with people locally has helped us a lot.
That's awesome.
A lot of supporters and stuff. So.
Yeah.
And we're now just like growing. Like we have really noticed tremendous amount of growth probably within the last like 3 to 4 months. So it's really new to us. Last week or last drop, we really hit a milestone with Wake and sold out of our biker shorts.
I saw that, which I was super excited for you guys. Like it was like you guys sold out in like how many hours? Like a day, maybe?
Yeah, by like 11 o'clock that night.
You had moved like 130 units?
Yeah. And, that's the first time, like, just going back, our first day, we only sold 2 T-shirts.
Right.
And, going to last week, moving at that volume, it was really, like Mona Lisa said, a milestone for us because we bust our asses like every day. And so, me personally, I think showing a little bit of the behind the scenes, I think we're starting to work on that and do a little bit better with that. But like, there is literally like we bleed out of our eyes for this shit. Like,
I think you have to for something like this. Like, there's no other option,
Right.
Exactly, because there's 1,000 clothing brands, so we really have to stand out and be unique and be different. And I feel like we're doing a pretty good job at that. But Tyler,
we got a long way to go.
We literally like at phase 1. We have a long way.
We're barely getting started. Like, the visions and the goals and the plans that we have for Wake, we have a long way to go. And we're thinking of it in terms of legacy. Like, it's more than just the clothing, it's the message. Self-love, self-awareness. It's connecting with people that are on that journey and that, feel alone, or that was the misfit or the have-not,
or
like
the troublemaker,
have-not, because I most definitely was a have-not, and I feel like it's a lot of things in my life that I'm still working on breaking in that area, and coming out of, not feeling inadequate, not having enough, that sort of thing, just my background growing up with not having much. Like, that's what it's all about. It's about overcoming our struggles. It's about overcoming our battles and really connecting with who we are on the inside and just being the best human being we possibly can be.
Exactly.
That's what it's about.
Just inspiring and knowing no matter what you go through in life, you can make it out. Like, you have a choice to be happy or you have a choice to be miserable. And happy is just so much more better. And I think for real. And I think too, like, of course, life is like up and down, up and down, up and down. And I think just going through it and figuring it out and not giving up. Yeah. And we really want to put that out there. Yeah. Because we both have been through a lot of trauma. And so,
Tyler, where does some of your like inspiration for the pieces itself come from? Because like you do have a, it's a unique look. You have some, very pastel colors, which is you often don't see, especially here. You have, sometimes large images and that are unique, but sometimes like little accent pieces. Like where does some of that inspiration come from?
So if I really put that into perspective, recently I've been saying this, like I feel like we were born at the right, with the right idea at the wrong time. You know what I mean? Like, if we go back to the 70s, I feel like some of these ideas that I have, I feel like I would have been, hammering in terms of like designing and, directing things So I think with Wake, we have to like present things slowly because some of the crazy ideas that I have, people might not perceive it the right way or, you know, embrace it right away.
Yeah.
So slow but steady. But like my inspiration, yeah, it comes from I think like 70s fashion, 80s fashion, that sort of thing. Some of my influences, you know, idols in fashion being Virgil Abloh, Kanye West, you know,
people.
Ray Kawakubu.
I don't know who that is.
She's a Japanese fashion designer.
Oh, okay.
You know, she created I cannot pronounce it. Como de Gracian.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Look,
the heart with the eyes.
Yeah, got it.
Kanye West wore it a lot back in like 2005, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like with our color choice, our color palettes, I just feel like that just honestly really stands out to both of us. Like when we're like designing stuff, we're like, oh, that, I don't know, just like pastel colors really stand out, and they give a happy, loving vibe. You know, and that's what Wake is about. Happy, loving, being yourself, and I feel like those colors really give off that vibe. So that's why we really do it.
Yeah, streetwear, skate culture, you know, all of that. I think that, you know, we really try to like pour all of that thing into our little bowl, mix it up, and give the world, you know, give it back to the world and hope that the world accepts it.
Which I feel like, from my ignorant perspective, like we are moving so much more into streetwear, and we're saying like we hate the Gucci runway just garbage, right? Like if that's what fashion is, I want nothing to do with it, right?
I think a lot of people can relate to that. And, I like to really give, like when it comes to this, when it comes to fashion, I think we have to remember that, you know, it's an art form before it's a physical product or something that someone can put on their body if they choose to. It's art. It starts with the sketch. It starts with the idea. So I think it starts with that. So that's why we see some of those crazy pieces in these runway shows or at the Met Gala sometimes. You know, the Met Gala, I think you see some of the craziest outfits.
For real, I'm always like,
because it's art.
Oh, my bad.
Well, I think that's why I had food in my seat. We just ate dinner. You burping it out like that? All over the line.
Yeah, I think my favorite at the Met Gala is trying to figure out sometimes how functionally those people are even walking, right?
They probably can't breathe, bro.
Right? Like, I don't get it.
Sorry, I interrupted.
We're getting excited. This is exciting stuff.
No, I literally watched a video the other day of Kim Kardashian, like literally trying to suck into a latex suit, and she was like, and then she's like, oh my god, did it really?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, how, like, what?
That's fashion for you.
Why? Why do we need that? Why does she need that?
To be outstanding.
I think it's about like just doing my studies and everything like that. I just think it, like, people pull inspirations from different things, you know, and a lot of artists, you know, that has came and gone, you know, a lot of them didn't see the fruits of their labor during their life. You know, their artwork didn't become famous until after they passed away. And I can say, like, I think during their lifetime, a lot of people was like, you know, why would you paint something like that? Or, you know, why would you chisel this in this rock right here? You know, that don't make sense. But, you know, I think that it comes down to innovation. Like, has it been done? You know, how deep have you gone in your mind to create this piece? You know, what inspired it? You know, what feeling are you trying to give off through this piece? And I think that when we're talking about fashion, that's something that's not talked about as much. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we talk about how cool the clothing look and, you know, how it makes people feel and, you know, where people might wear this piece, but we don't talk much about the art aspect of it. And with those runway shows, I think it comes down to art. But in terms of like streetwear, the athleisure market is expected to grow, like triple within the next like 5-10 years. Like
Everyone wants to wear a pair of sweatpants and a baggy t-shirt.
Right.
And you can dress it up, dress it down. You can put some heels on, or you can put some nice sneakers on. It doesn't matter. I just feel like that's where everyone is heading towards.
Right.
Just comfy clothing.
Yeah. People
but still really bold and out there.
Yeah.
But that's
that's so cool because I think you guys are crushing it, and I do want to know what's the shirt that you're wearing. When can I get that shirt?
Oh my God, this is. Hold on, let me get in the frame right here.
There it is.
Oh,
wait, can you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of our newest pieces. Not out yet, but it will be out tomorrow on daysell.co at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time.
10 a.m.
Yep, 10 a.m. We're dropping this new T-shirt. This is the IC T-shirt from our spring/summer 2020 collection
with some vintage denim.
Yes, the my jeans for the ladies. We just did men's denim like 2-3 weeks ago, so now we're doing the women's denim. Little relaxed fit, vintage vibes. Like I said, 70s, 80s. That's where we pull our inspiration from. But yeah, my guy.
Love it.
Not often do we work with other designers, but on this T-shirt, we worked with another designer. His name is Stefan Brando. The dude, Stefan Brando, he's a skater. The dude is crazy. Go to his Instagram.
Literally go to his Instagram. He does the craziest freaking stunts with the skateboard. I'm like, oh my God. He literally can climb up a wall with the skateboard and go back down. It's crazy.
He rollerblades. I posted him on my story. Check him out.
Okay, I'm gonna check him out.
I think if you were to put him in Rand Shackler against each other, or Tony Hawk or something, I think they'd give him some go.
Yeah.
Seriously, he's crazy. But yeah, Stefan Brando, he designed the IC T-shirt for spring/summer 2020, and this will be out tomorrow. So
it's a fun look.
What'd you say?
It's a fun look. I like it.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
All right. I put together a game for us, right? So this is the debut define what it means show, right? So I'm gonna say something, and I want to know what it means to your brand and to you guys specifically, not just the definition of it. I want to know what it means to you guys. All right. So we're gonna start with consistency. What's it mean?
Consistency means
to go hard every single day. I'm sorry, I had to interrupt you. I love marketing. You have to be consistent when it comes to your business. Who freaking cares for the first few months if it's just your mom and your grandma liking it? I promise you, people are watching you. And as long as you put out valuable content and unique content and not just bullshit, people are going to love that. Post 3, 5, 10 times a day. Consistency is key when it comes to your brand, your business, whatever.
Even when you don't see results, keep going because people are watching. They're just quiet. They, like Mona Lisa said before, they just don't really know where it's going to go. They want to see if you actually take this thing serious. How can you expect someone to take your brand serious or your business serious if you aren't putting that work in and taking it serious enough to keep going when you're not seeing those results? So
a little fun fact is only 5% of your audience on Facebook actually sees a post. So that's so small. So only it's a very small percentage. So post a lot, okay? Be consistent.
All right, you guys use the word self-love a lot. What's that mean to you?
Self-love to me means not giving a care about what anyone thinks. That means being who you are, not trying to turn over stones to find who you are, but just sitting with yourself and just being your authentic self. I think that's what self-love is.
Self-love is loving yourself and others. And not only that, like he said, loving yourself through all of the ugly, all of the good, and being okay with sometimes being angry and being mad, but still loving yourself through that process is just amazing. Just love yourself. Just be you. there's only one of you. Like, who cares?
And speaking up when self-love is, you know, in your gut, when you don't feel something is right, it's speaking up about it, and it's, you know, staying true to your integrity and who you are.
Yes.
I think that's what self-love is.
Love it. You also couple that with self-control. How do those things go together?
I think self-control is, again,
knowing your emotions.
Knowing your emotions, you know, going back to integrity. You know, if you don't feel something is right, if something isn't in alignment with your morals or your values, then, you know, staying true to that. You know what I mean? Not folding, not being easily influenced, or, you know,
having a strong mind.
You know what I mean? Persuaded.
Yep.
Having a strong mind, like Mona Lisa said, mentality. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yes.
What about product value?
Product value is
so
important.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
We just did a podcast on product value.
I know.
Product value is important because, you know, even on this live, we literally just spoke about, you know, starting up a brand, and staying consistent when you're not seeing results, people not knowing much about it, or, you know, you being worried about people not engaging with what you're posting. I think it comes back to product value. You know, why would someone engage with your post? You know, what is it that you're giving to them? What problem are you trying to solve with the product that you're selling or the service that you're offering? You know, people aren't buying product just to buy it, just because it's a t-shirt, or people aren't buying a service just because, you know, just because. They're buying it, or they're buying into it to fix some sort of problem, or, you know, contribute some sort of security to their life. You know, when you go shopping, you want to get a nice shirt because you want to feel good in it. You know what I mean? You want to make sure the quality is good. It serves some sort of purpose. It's more than just a t-shirt or a cool design, you know, with problem solvers. So in building product value, I think it's important to be honest, first and foremost. Always be honest, you know, with the consumer. You know what I mean? Actually live the lifestyle that you're giving off.
That's very important.
Through your product. You know, we can't be talking about self-love and we're not practicing that with our own lives. You know what I mean? We have to wake up every day and do that.
Yep.
And I think that's a part of product value as well. You know what I mean? Believing in what you're selling, and actually, you know, focusing on that area of the consumer's life that you want to contribute to and give value to, and expanding on that, you know.
Yeah, I love it. And I think I love the way you said about honesty, because I think you guys do a good job of like featuring that, you know. I've seen some pieces of content where you guys are like, we messed up this order, you know, we're having a bad day here, or like, we're really excited about this, and like, you're super straightforward with it. And I think that's important.
Thank you.
Because at the end of the day, you know, besides us being business owners or entrepreneurs, we're human beings, you know.
Right.
We make mistakes, and I think the most human thing to do is admit to your mistakes and fix it, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's okay to fail.
It's okay. Yeah.
Last one is how does Wake define community? Because I think you guys are defining it well by just your actions.
Yeah.
Loving everybody and connecting with everybody and just being nice and kind and being open-minded to other people's opinions and what they have to say and interest, and
helping one another.
You know
what I mean? Because that first month of Wake, we were focusing on the influencers on Instagram. We were focusing on the people with the following. You know, we were reaching out to these people and talking to these people and figuring out,
same time and energy.
How do we get to their doorstep, rather than focusing on what we had around us, our peers, you know, our community. And it's gold around you right now. I promise you. Like, if you search hard enough, you got something. Like, if you don't have the capital to start your company and that's stressing you out, and you're worried about that, and you're worried about failing, I promise you, that fear and that worry is taken away from your perspective. It's taken away from something you have right now in your life that you can use to get your company started or to grow your business. So when it comes to community, connecting with your peers, don't do like us the first year and try to run to these Instagram influencers.
Try to run to Kylie Jenner, you know.
How many times? Be honest. How many times you guys message Kylie Jenner?
Honestly, 0.
Okay, just checking.
but like that's my goal. Like,
right.
She'll take to it at some point. But we were messaging a lot of influencers.
Yeah, like ones were like 100,000, 200. Oh, I think I messaged some rappers too. Like just random rappers, like Little Skies. I think I messaged. Little Zan.
I believe if you're doing what you're doing out of truth, then people eventually will take to it. It's going to catch up to you at some point. It has to, because if back to product value, if you're honest, if you're selling a product that is honest, people are going to take to it at some point.
Yeah.
Have to be patient.
And not only that, I think with us focusing on our community, it has made us 1,000 times more happier. Like it has made me so happier just to get involved with my community and the people around. Like I just feel so happy and I just love life. And before, like we were just stuck in the house trying to do something that was way out of our league, you know, in the first year, and it really made us unhappy. But focusing,
and some people, you know, don't get me wrong, some people can do it in their first year. Some people have the connections, the capital, the resources to do it their first year. You know, we're two people that started from selling sunglasses with no resources, no connections. We don't know anybody. We didn't know anything about communicating with manufacturers. We didn't know anything about connecting with them. We didn't even know how to find them. You know what I mean? So it's all very much a learning process to us, and connecting with our community. I can most definitely say that's what got us to where we are right now, because we learned all this from our community. Like when it comes to connecting with the manufacturers, you know what I mean, working with different suppliers, you know, shipping and handling, you know, how that process works, sales, marketing, like a lot of this stuff we've learned from our friends and the people that are around us right now. So, you know, we gotta focus on our community. I think that's the most important thing you can do.
And I like what you said, like it makes you happier. I think people forget that, like, if you're not enjoying it, something might be wrong.
Right.
You shouldn't, you know, you can be bleeding out your eyeballs working, but you can also enjoy doing that.
Exactly.
And see, right now we are doing that. Like we don't have a problem with doing that.
Yeah, it was stressful.
It was stressful.
It was stressful taking that approach to it and trying to jump to step 10 when we were only at step 1. You know what I mean? I feel like we're still in step 1 and we have a lot of things we need to do, but I think we're a lot happier than we were a year ago with connecting, you know, with the community here in Sioux Falls. Like, you know, it has added so much to our life, and I think it keeps our cup full being able to connect with the people here in Sioux Falls.
Yeah, that's huge. Well, how can people best support you? Maybe even outside of just, you know, picking up the drop at 10 a.m. tomorrow. How can people best support you guys in what you guys are doing?
Just engage with our posts. You know, like, share, comment, talk to us. Come by. We're friendly.
Right.
Practice self-love and loving yourself every single day, even when it's hard.
That's a good point, because I think it's more than what you can actually do for us, but you know, what are you doing for yourself? I think that's the main thing. You know what I mean? Just love yourself. That's what it's all about. You know, you don't have to wear a Wake t-shirt to show that you love yourself. Like, it's more than the t-shirt. It's about, you know, what you're doing for yourself. So love yourself most importantly. You know, make sure you're doing that before you go like and comment and share our posts. Because that is more important.
That's a good message.
But still, you know, you can.
But you can also get a t-shirt.
Yes, but you can also do that.
You can do that too. We had like a year and like 6 months. So you guys support means a lot to us.
Well, guys, I can't wait to hopefully one day soon be at one of your pop-up shops and see you in person. I love what you guys are doing, and please keep it up, because seriously, the city's better because of it, and everybody else is better because of it. So
appreciate that. When all this stuff is over with, we need to all have like a first day out party. Get some
for real.
Yeah. Coronas.
Oh yeah. Oh man, people are gonna be ripping up the streets. Oh yeah, that's right.
Pass out free hand sanitizers, everything. We get that going.
That's right. Just hand sanny everybody, and just go for it. That's how we'll party. Yeah.
Well,
I love it. All right.
We
Thanks
appreciate
guys for coming on.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Yeah, I will see you soon.
Yes,
Bye.
sir. You too.
There you have it, everyone. Seriously, go check out their stuff. Go comment. Go say something nice. Mona and Tyler. There you have it. Thanks, everyone, for episode 20. We made it a whole month with this goofy show. And guess what? We're going to keep it going. So I appreciate you all for joining me and keep hanging out. Tomorrow, I'm very excited, as always. I say I'm very excited every time, but I am. So tomorrow, we got Travis Nye. He's a magician. He might be a wizard. I don't know at what level of a magician do you become a wizard, but he's approaching it. So I'm hoping that he's going to do some magic for us. I think he is. He's going to tell us about what he's been up to. He has a new magic shop in Sioux Falls. If you didn't know that, now you do. There's a magic shop in Sioux Falls, and Travis runs it. So Travis Nye tomorrow. I'll see you at 8 p.m. Thanks, everyone.